All right. Now we're up and running. Now I can read your guys' comments. All right, now I can turn the volume down, and then I can read your guys' comments as you're coming through. I'll put it right up here. We'll put a big weight right there, and I can read the comments. There we go. Let me adjust that up a little bit. So, appreciate everybody coming, hanging out. We're back up. Give that a little bit of adjustment. There we go. So, we torched the axles out, and torched the universals out and everything. Shannon's back. What's up, buddy? I've been smoking, bad for you. Yeah, I'm trying to quit. So, but you're going to hear some loud noises and everything and some banging, but I thought I'd just go ahead and go live. Show you what's going on. We got new universals. Heads up for the guys that are rebuilding these trucks. I had to go get some parts. They no longer make the gasket that goes into the locking hubs. And I'll show you here. The locking hubs that I have are automatic. What is going on here? It's automatic. So all you gotta do is pull the floor shifter down. Well, the gaskets are pretty much worn out. These are a 2.5-inch O-ring. I'm hoping they stretch them. They didn't have anything bigger than a 2.5. But my other option was, not an endorsement or paid product or anything like that, is actually go to a locking hub. And with these locking hubs, Sleeping Angels, what's up? It actually has a rubber ring that's in them. Now, I'm sure I could buy the rings for them direct or whatever. But I can go to instead of having a solid where you just pull the floor shifter and you got full drive, now you got to get out, lock the hubs, and then pull the floor shifter. Aaron, what's up? How you doing, buddy? So I'm going to go to a non-locking to a locking hub. And then I messed the bearing up. We got new universals too. We're going to put those in the drive shaft for the rear drive shaft. So we got those so we can get new universals there too. Might as well, you know, got it all together. Is this it? Yeah. And I'll show you the old one. I messed it up big time. I didn't have my socket on straight when I was pressing the bearing in. You guys see right there, I actually messed it in, so I got a new one, and it's a needle bearing. So we got to press one of those in. I do have the other one done, but I made a boo-boo. You know, it happens. Okay, that's the new one. Where's the other little ring at? Should have been another little ring, but anyhow, I got it from the other one. But that little bearing fits right inside this little race right here. So we've got everything nice and cleaned up and rubbed out. Painty Trucker Girl. Hey, what's up, young lady? If you guys see Penny Trucker Girl, I work with her. She's famous. So next time I see you, young lady, I want to get an autograph. Sleeping Angels, what's up? As you can see, I'm dedicated, young lady. So I was actually off Thursday and Friday. I had to go get an MRI done on my shoulder. So But we're out here in the shop working. I got to get this done because if they tell me I got to have surgery, I'm not going to be able to do anything. So I'm hoping that I'll be okay and then I can get the surgery done. Oh, I got grease all over my pen, my stone. So Shannon, what type of surgery? I ripped the collarbone out. Well, here, I can show you guys. I'm not showing you any titties or anything like that. I'll show you guys real quick. See how my collarbone sticks out? It actually dropped down about another 1/4 of an inch. See how it pops up? So I did that about 12 years ago, and I never went and got it fixed. Well, when I was splitting wood, I felt something else tear. So I'm hoping that I don't have to have reconstructive surgery on my shoulder, and that, you know, they can just go in and fix the collarbone and I'll be good to go. Now, a lot of you guys know Sleeping Angels followed me for a real long time. I had back surgery here about 3 years ago, and I had disc replacement done where they cut me from like down my nether regions. I mean, the scar goes clear up to here. They moved everything over and they went in, they put an artificial disc in, a plate and screws. I've been having complications from that since day one. So I had the MRI done on that one too to see what the status is on that. So maybe I have an option to where I can get everything fixed and be off just a short period of time. I don't like missing work at all. So it is currently raining outside, but not snowing. By the way, I got me a new press too. I've been needing a press for a few years. I finally got one. Went to Harbor Freight. Give me a second here. Let me concentrate, make sure I'm not going to mess this bearing up. I got the other one in perfect. And it was about 5:45 in the morning. I was real tired and wasn't paying attention, and I smacked the side of it wrong, and I made a boo-boo. So we got to make sure we get her in right this time. Got to be in straight. So where are you and your hubby at today, young lady? Do you know where Dublin, Ohio is? Yes, I do, Shannon. I hope you recover that. From God bless you, Tyvan. I hope you feel better. And remember, God will watch over you and heal you. Yes, sir. Yeah, he's been there faithfully. And I've got one heck of a guardian angel. I will say that. So far, bangs are good. Looks like we're down in there pretty good. By the way, young lady, Shane Axon, how you been? I'm doing good. It says, young lady, if you go to Go Mobile Mic, oh, my mic was actually out. I'm gonna put it down here a little bit further. You go to Go Mobile Mic. You can plug this into your phone, And you literally can walk from building 9 all the way up to the main building, and it will pick it up. Your video is so clear in your voice. Yes, I finally put internet out here in my garage. You guys notice I've been having some issues with that and trying to get it where it's not choppy and all that stuff. So let me know, can you see this in 1080p or 720 or 480? Have you talked to Tasmanics yet? No, I actually haven't talked to him in a while. I haven't done GTA in a long time. Guys, I've been working, doing all the gun stuff, and then rebuilding this truck and maintaining and trying to get the yard and everything done and all that good stuff. I haven't streamed GTA in so long. I'm wanting to get back in. I seen they had a new update for a truck. They had a new four-wheel drive truck out. Looks like a Bronco 2. I haven't logged on, so I don't know the actual size to see about it, to see what size it is or anything like that. So I don't know. I did talk to Max here a couple weeks ago, just to chit chat, see what he's doing. Max is a good friend. If you guys seen some of the videos we did, we actually went out to Max Torque's family farm and we blew some stuff up. Just want to make sure I got enough grease in here. To see what he's up. Everybody's waiting on GTA 6. Hello, Joe. How do you know it's 720? I just mine. Up at the top of your screen, you'll see the 3 little dots. Click on that. And then it'll say quality. Click on quality and you can pick 144, 240, 360, 720, 1080p, or 4K. So right now the highest I can go on my tablet is 720. But I know if you're like on a laptop or a computer or something like that, you might be able to get a higher resolution. But go look up the Go Mobile mic. They're like $125, and you plug it in. It comes with the adapters for iPhone, Android, iTablet, or any other type of tablet. You can either use it for your plug-in, for like your power plug-in, or like I'm on Android, so I can use the 3.5 millimeter jack and then jack it in with that, and then go into your settings and enable it. Hill Climb, Ohio, what's up, dude? Have a nice weekend, everybody. All right there, Penna. You have a good day. Be safe if you're going there. So, but I do everything on mobile, just so you know. Unless I'm in the house and I use laptops and everything. Oh, I see it now, 720. Thank you, Tyvan. I'll try that mic. It's awesome. I've had mine for about 4 years. I've never had any problems. And then, like, if we go to the gun range and we're shooting, I can walk all the way out to the 1,000-yard target and it'll still pick it up. David, what's going on, man? Come work on my car for me. Just kidding. Hey, bring it on down, dude. I'm a cheap mechanic, if that's a good thing. But I'm expensive, though. I will tell you that. So, anyhow, I got to grind the other ones down, but we got the axles all cleaned up. We emery clothed out the holes. Get them all nice and cleaned up. Actually, I did the other one. I didn't do this one. But we'll get some emery cloth in on this one. It is currently raining. By the way, where are you at, young lady? I talked to my buddy Glenn. He was up in Syracuse, I think. And then he was heading on his way back to Ohio. Well, today's Friday. No. Today's Saturday. So he should already be home. David says it's raining in Florida. What's up, Sleeping Angels? 5 minutes to the Norwalk yard. Oh, that's right. You guys are out of Norwalk, aren't you? Is that right? You guys out of Norwalk? Every time I always went to the Norwalk yard, we either got a Houston or Lakeland. But 90% of the time, it was a Houston. I haven't, since I started running single, I haven't been to the Houston yard in probably 7 years, 8 years, something like that. I just got my 20-year mark in September. So, it's been awesome 20 years. I ain't got no complaints. All right, now we got that in. We're gonna put this back and we're gonna start on the other axle. Since it's raining outside, I'm gonna have to throw some plastic over some stuff and do a little bit of painting. See how like these ones right here are? Look how crusty. I mean, this is a 1986. It's got less than 100,000 miles. How's your kid hearing you from all the way over there? How do you drill holes in your Cadillac converter, and how many do you need to drill it to fix it if you ain't got any money to buy? I unofficially, how do I want to put this? Legally, you're not allowed to tamper with it. I personally haven't done it, but I've seen guys just run a steel rod through it. But you can get in trouble for doing that. I would highly suggest that you don't put a steel rod all the way through it. Do you know how to work on any diesel engines? Yes. You almost home? Okay, so you are out of the Norwalk. Okay. They were up there. Wednesday I was up there. You know, everybody come in the main gate, and then you got the shop, and then you got dispatch, and then on the other side by the racetrack, they were over there paving that there Wednesday. I remember the good old days of Black Ops 2s with you. Yes, sir. I just got the new Call of Duty. As soon as we get this done tonight, I'm wanting to log on and play some private games, private lobbies, or whatever you want to call them. So send me a friend ad on Beer 30 Killer, dude. I'm going to be back up and getting some stuff. I got to get a hold of Big Bullet. I talked to Silly Rabbit there last night and talked to Big Daddy Alaska, Shannon, all the old guys. They were all in the room in there. So I chit-chat with them for a couple minutes. I haven't talked to Big Daddy in Alaska in a while, but I did talk to Silly Rabbit. He was in there playing, so we'll see what happens. I've had you added on the PlayStation. I've had you on that account from PlayStation 3, yeah. Sleeping Angels, you gonna join in tonight? I never did get ME. I heard there's no hardcore, that's the issue, but yeah, dude, there's hardcore. There's hardcore in the game. Now, there's no hardcore on the mobile, which I love. I'm up to 12 nuclears on Call of Duty Mobile. Oh, I love the Call of Duty Mobile. Especially on the week, through the week when I'm out on the big road. Grills and Guns, what's up, dude? Make sure you guys check out Grills and Guns too. Oh, dude. I forgot to send that dust cover to you. I'll have it out Monday. I am so sorry, dude. I forgot all about that. By the way, Mr. Grills and Guns is also a body man. I got some quarter panels need replaced, dude. If you want to come up for the weekend, just cut them out, weld them back in, and then we'll head over to the gun range. No problem, brother. Bring the wife up, man. We'll go to the gun range, shoot some stuff. blow some stuff up, and then have you weld in my body panels for me, man. I've got a 50-pound box of Binary X sitting right there just waiting on the next trip to the gun range, man. Finally, I've been looking for a place for, I don't know, 7, 8 years where I can just go out to like a cornfield and just do whatever I want, whenever I want. And we've been looking for property and everything, trying to find that right perfect spot. I was out cutting the grass, and the neighbor lady says, hey, come here, I got somebody I want you to meet. So I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. So I walked in, and Doug and Mary was sitting in there, and there was another gentleman sitting there. And they told him what I was wanting to do. And he's like, yeah, you know, just you and your wife, but you're more than welcome to come out, you know, shoot out through, it's got an old railroad path, trail, or whatever you want to call it, railroad tracks that goes through the property. It's about 800 yards, and then he's got a set of hay bales across the back. But he says once the corn's down and everything's all done, you can go sit on this side, which is on this side of the creek, and you can sit on this side of the cornfield, and you can go all the way to the woods. 2 miles, dude, girls, 2 miles. So as soon as the corn's done, well, depends. I think I'm gonna be done shooting for a while, but I got my left arm, so I'm hoping to go out. That's awesome. Hope you find that nice property that fits your needs and desires. Oh yeah. So my sister's moving to a new house, and I get to help her out with that Tuesday. Oh, Nick, dude, you got your hands full, man. Hey, as long as she carries her own underwear, you're fine, dude. That's where you gotta draw the limit. You gotta draw the limit right there. We're just gonna clean the rust out of these a little bit, and then we're gonna take a grinder, and then we're gonna set in the new universals. But when you're doing this, also, especially with the older equipment and everything, when you're cleaning these out, trying to get them nice and smooth, get the rust pits and everything out. Also check them for cracks, stress cracks, pressure cracks, you know, check all that stuff, because if it fails, you're on the road somewhere and you're screwed. So always check it, make sure you ain't got no cracks in them, you know. Girls, let me know. I think these are tempered steel. I don't even think you could really weld on these and keep the strength, can you? I don't think you can. Maybe I might be wrong. Let me know. Davis, do you know what causes the catalytic converter to mess up? Using 87 octane when you should be using 93. I can't remember. Girls, also comment if you know. I'm thinking there's a gas additive that you can put in, and it'll help burn out the stuff in the catalytic converter. I'm not sure. Now on the diesel engines, they use that, I'm a truck driver, can't think the name of it. Exhaust fuel. I can't remember what the actual name of it is, but it's exhaust fuel you put in there, and it causes the exhaust to heat way up and burns out all the soot and everything in there. But I don't know if there's a gas additive that you can put in to help burn out the stuff in the catalytic converter. So, unofficially, I do not recommend just taking a rod through it. Oh, got cut. I'm not sure about that one. Not a mechanic, never had to weld an axle shaft before, but I wouldn't take any chances, yeah. Backwoods, what's up, dude? Lucas Oil makes an additive that helps burn off those hard carbon deposits. Right there you go. Right there you go. All right. That's on, that's on. So, all right. I'm going to get a little noisy here for a minute. We're going to grind down some bad stuff here. You guys can see I don't throw any of my steel away. I keep all my scrap steel. Here, I'll show you. I keep everything. You just never know when you need scrap steel. I keep everything. You never know what you need, that little piece of chunk of steel, or you come across something and you want to make something, you got it. And steel is expensive. I bought, and I'll show you these real quick. I bought that press yesterday, and I wanted to get some blocks. I still got to get a piece of copper for a copper wedge, so you can use it to press stuff out with a copper rod. But this is a piece of AA steel. This was like 16 bucks because it's a harder steel, because when you're using it to press, you don't want it to bend. And then I got a regular, hardened steel as well on this, and I'm going to cut them down to 10-inch blocks or strips, and then stack them and then weld them, and that'll give me some extra blocks, so when I'm on the press and I'm pressing stuff out, I've got extra blocks, and then you can use it for shims and all kind of stuff. Or I'll show you my little stash. This is my little steel stash that I keep. I keep a little of this, a little of that here and there. Yeah, keep some new stock on hand. You just never know when you need something. There we go. So, all right, guys, give me a couple minutes. Gonna make a little bit of noise here. Grind all this down, get it nice and clean so we can get her cleaned up and painted. I hope that's not too loud for you guys. It is a noise canceling mic, so watch your ears. Oh, I forgot to show you guys. I had the little accident where I cut my fingers. See, it's all healed up. You can still see a little bit of the blackness in there from the burnt skin, but it healed up really good. It took about 8 weeks for the complete healing. Actually, I want to do something here real quick. Took about 8 weeks. They came in, took the stitches out, and then took about 3 weeks after that for the to really heal up pretty good. Now, it's still a little sore inside the knuckle. I don't think inside the knuckle's completely healed yet, but I do have full motion and everything in the fingers. I can feel everything. There was no nerve damage or anything like that. But I'm gonna clean up a little bit because I want to wear a pair of gloves when I'm using the grinder. And I'll show you guys real quick. There, now I got it nice and cleaned up. You can still see a little bit of the burnt skin, but that's about it. But it healed up good. Let's see. Dave Peters, what's up? All right, cool, thanks. Where would you find that additive? Jegs, Summit, AutoZone, Napa, even gas stations. You know, if they've got a little oil display shelves or cabinets or whatever, look up STP online. Maybe STP sells something like that as well. That might be an option for you. Hey Ty, when are you going to do some more GTA off-road? I'm hoping soon, dude. It's been a while. But I did do the Black Ops purchase there yesterday. Tonight, get this done, get it back on the road. I want to do some new Call of Duty tonight. Maybe get a couple games in on the lobby. And then I want to jump on and do some custom lobbies like we used to do, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, like we did with Hike. I I want to jump in and play some custom game modes and have some fun, just like the good old days. I miss it. Oh, my shoulder's starting to hurt. I took a cup of Tylenol earlier. Grills and guns, finished the build except the trigger guard and the dust cover, and test fired it out back just a bit ago. Okay. Dude, I will get that dust cover out to you Monday, dude. I apologize, man. So, hey, text me your mailing address. I bought a vinyl cutter, and I can make a gorillas and guns, or if you've got a gorilla face, text it to me. I can copy that and put it over into the vinyl cutter, and I can make you an emblem for your car or put across your windshield. Here, I'll show you what I did. Oh, you've seen the truck. For those who haven't, I'll show you guys. I put the theTIVANshow across the front windshield, and then 3D machine. I did all the graphics here. And then I did the theTIVANshow skull and tribal there, and then the Gunners of America, and then YouTube the theTIVANshow. I've got a headache rack. I want to put that back on there. It's going to kind of cover that up a little bit, but I'd rather have the gun or the rack back underneath of it. So I got my logo I can send you. Email me, dude, theTIVANshow.com. Give me your address and your logo and all that stuff. Oh, all I need you to do is just pay for the vinyl, but it depends. I've got white, black, and gold. If you want it one of those colors, just PayPal me like $5 for shipping, dude, and I'll get it to you. I made some for Flying Rich, and I came back to the house and said, signer refused to sign. So I called him today and told him about it. Now don't forget, November 2nd in DC is the 2A rally. Go over to Instagram and look up 2A Rally, and it'll take you over to the website. They're actually going to be on the West Lawn. So if you want to have a chance to stand up for your rights and be heard or see some great speakers, I think Tim from the Military Arms Channel is going to be there. Numbnuts from the Gun Collective is going to be there. He's, I don't know. Not a fan. I don't know if Hank's going or not. Oh, by the way, Babyface, if you're watching, dude, congratulations. I think Babyface is getting married today. So go over to Instagram here, Gorillas, and send Babyface and his old lady congratulations. I think their big day is today. Captain Obvious might be coming over later today too. Yeah, you wouldn't think on it, man. That's just causing my shoulder just to thump. Ugh. Get all this nice and cleaned up. Sorry for all the loud noise, guys. If you got any questions, put it there in the comments there. I'll read them. We'll throw a little bit of anti-rusting paint on this. The seal failed. All right. I'm not going to be able to make the 2A rally. I got to work. But there's going to be a bunch of people there. I think GOA is going to be there. Jordan and all the guys, I think are all going to be there. I just wish Trump would get his head out of his ass and make things right with all that stuff. All right. Gotta make sure I don't get into the threads or the spline or anything. I love my workshop. Before I had this shop, I had a big old storage unit. And I had like 4 bays that I rented. But before I had my shop here, I had 4 storage units, and we took the walls out, and I had a great big shop. I always loved working on stuff, but the biggest problem was trying to get people to pay, and you're already cutting them a deal and working on stuff. Backwoods, I've heard talk of a Sandy Shores DLC in the pipe. Maybe. I'll get in touch with them. All right, girls. Sleeping Angels. Been working on a bunch of new trails. That'd be awesome, dude. I just wish, look, I was told GTA 6 is not coming out until the PlayStation 5 comes out. So if that's the case, just give me a whole new island and let me explore. There's literally not one spot on the GTA 5 map that I have not been on, or been through, or been over. I love that game. Just, we did everything. I mean, we did everything. There's not one spot that we were not on, or been through, or didn't explore. All right. There's just not one spot that hasn't been on, through, over, on, around, under, over. I mean, you gotta admit, GTA 5 has been out for a long time, and that's probably one of the only games that's still consistently being played. I think Minecraft's making a comeback, but I'm not a Minecraft person. Are those the same? Oh, they are. I didn't know those were the same. I'm telling you, man, my workbench is clustered up. I need to put stuff away. We got all the ball joints pressed back in. We got everything together. So I really do need to put stuff away and get it all done. But I got this from a buddy of mine. And I'm telling you what, this thing has paid for itself. Instead of having to sit there and beat on stuff and going through all of that, trying to bang, 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 and them ball joint pushers and pressers, man, I'm telling you what, it paid for itself. It is so nice just to hit an air gun, jump on this bad boy, just push it out and suck it back in. It is so nice having the proper tools to do the job. You just can't beat it. By the way, if you want the part number, there's the part number. That way you can get it. But that press was the last thing that I had. I mean, I always had my own tools and stuff, except for that press, and then I always go over, you guys seen him on the channel before, Captain Obvious. I'd always go over to his shop and use his press. And normally I'd keep that, but I'm not going to do it today. But that was really the only thing that I didn't have, that I'd go somewhere else and borrow somebody's tools. I hate borrowing tools. Since I said that, let me show you this little bad deal. On the Chevy trucks, when you do the alignments, I actually borrowed the tool, but I didn't use it. But the guy let me borrow it, and I copied it. And on your solid axles on your Chevy trucks, there's two versions of this. Let me grab the other one. I'll show you. I turned the heat down, man. It's getting hot out here. Is it over here? Here it is. These are a specialty tool. You can go to LMC and buy the tool as well. But I'm a cheap bastard and I didn't want to buy it. But on your axle bearings, on the solid axles, it's this tool right here, and it fits in, and you take your locking hubs off, and then there's a washer, and then there's this like a sleeve washer. There's a nut, a sleeve washer, and then another nut. And this goes in, and this is how you get those off out of the bearing hubs. In fact, right here is a set of bearing hubs that I had that I keep extra on these. But on top of the upper ball joint, they've got these, and what these are, they come in different sizes, and this sets your camber and caster for your alignment. Well, if you see on top, it's the same type. So I borrowed the tool, and I got a 19mm socket that I had extra. And what I did is I marked it out. You guys can see where I had it marked. And then I took a disc cutter and cut it out. It is a specific way to get them in. And then that fits in top. And it allows you to screw that down into on top of the ball joint, into the top of the axle, and that sets your camber and caster. Well, this tool is like 30 bucks. Well, I took an old socket, I flattened it off because, you know, sockets have always got angles on them. And I'll show you. It'd be a good example. If you look at them, see how they're angled down, whatever, where you cut and you make that flush. And then once you get it flush, then you could take it, and I just notched it out, and then that gave me the tool that I need to put that back down in. Whoops. put it back down in there and set it. And I made the tool. So if I can make the tool, it's better to me to do that than it is to buy it, because it can get expensive. You go around to your grandpa's shop or your dad's shop and you look around and you see something just cobbled together and looks like crap. It could possibly be a tool. Yeah, you never know. I'll show you one more example. When I was building my S10, I needed a specialty tool for the ring and pinion set. And where did I do with the pinion gear? Here it is. I'll show you this. On a regular 10 bolt, like on an S10, if you want to put 553 gears or something like that, this is just a regular piece of stock. And I took 2 bolts, put it down on there, and welded it. And this is actually a wrench. You put them into the slots, and then you tighten them and turn them to get your bearing settings on your axle. This is the pin that goes through. With the 556 gears, the pins don't fit. You have to shave them. So if you see, we took it on a mill and we shaved it down, and this allows us to set it in there and get it all lined up, whatever, and then get the proper pin that you need to slide down in there. But, you know, you just never know. Tools, if it looks, I mean, that just looks like somebody was just practicing welding. Well, it's actually a tool. You know, it's a wrench. So, you know, never throw stuff away if you're going through, or if you're garage shop or yard sale shopping and you see something there and you don't know what it is, ask. You just never know what it is. I mean, that tool right there for setting the backlash on your bearings and stuff, that tool's like 60 bucks. I got 36 cents in making one. You just, you know, you never know. All right, let's catch up here. PS5, yeah. Is the PS5, I do not know, Vanessa. I just know when it does come out, GTA 6 will be on that. If you fall back in the day with the PlayStation when they came out, it was Killzone was the name of the game. Best game ever made. Anyhow, that was the premier game that you got free when you bought the PlayStation. From what I've been told, GTA 6 will come out when when the PlayStation 5 comes out. That's just rumor, pretty good source stuff. So Vanessa Kitty, I still play EverQuest on the PC. It turned 20 years old in April. Yeah. Wolf, what's up? PlayStation will release between October and December 2020. I was told 2022. Don't know. Robert, hey, Tyvan, I've been watching you since you were streaming with Hike and the stream team. Oh, yeah. I messaged him the other day and asked him if he was waiting on the new Call of Duty. Because apparently, when it released, nobody could get online. So, Girls and Nick, I'm not going to buy the PlayStation 5. The only way I will buy the PlayStation 5 is if GTA 6 is on it. If it comes out before and it's compatible with the PlayStation 4 Pro, I'm good. I won't have to buy it. Grills Guns, speaking of workshops, I gotta go clean mine out for this 92 Ford dually truck I'm getting ready to paint. Okay. Sleeping Angels, what's up? Bill Dixie, dropped your like. Thumbs up. Robert, always wanted to race with you all and meet everyone. Oh yeah, we'll be back on, dude. I've just been swamped trying to get everything done, getting the truck done, doing all the gun stuff. We had the Creator Summit event that we just held. By the way, Gorillas, my Silencer Co. paperwork came back. Only took 4 months. Got it. I got the Harvester for the 338 Lapula. So, we're going to get back on streaming, guys. Winter's coming. this truck's almost done. I finished this axle up, and then sometime during winter, when I get some extra time, then we're going to tear the motor down. Cam, lifters, timing gears, timing chain, headers. We're going to update the carburetor, spark plugs, wires, all that, rotor cap. We're going to do all that, but I just want to get it up on the road and drivable, because if I got to have surgery on my shoulder, I'm not going to be able to do anything, and I need to make sure that this is roadworthy and out of the garage, because the wife wants to park her Camaro back in here, and then she needs to be able to park her truck in the garage during the winter. That way she don't have to scrape snow and stuff, because I'm at work. So this has got to be movable and drivable. So hopefully it's got to get done today. All right, give me 1 second here. Got to go through everything. Okay, there's the nuts and the bolts and the pins and the cotter pins. I trashed my drill. They got extra rebarb. You just never know when you need stuff, man. I'm telling you. It's always nice to have a little bit of extra. This is the next project. She locked the motor up. It was a 2-stroke bow motor. And how I cut my hand was the shaft that fits down on top of this spline shaft right here is actually part of the crank. And I got it right here. Is that the one? No. Where's it at? I thought that was it. I don't know what I did with it. But anyhow, the spline is part of the crank. And what I was going to do, I cut the crank in half. I don't know where the hell the other piece is at. I bet you it rolled off. Anyhow, this is the other side. Anyhow, the inside of the crank, the spline fits down on top of that, and I was cutting the counterweights off, and then we were going to weld a plate down on that with 2 holes, and that will allow me to bolt to another flat shaft. And then I've got a 14 horsepower push mower. It's gas, so I get away from 2-stroke, and then I was going to mount it, make a plate that fits this, and then you come out about 2 inches all the way around, drill the holes. This is your driving gauge. So I can start the motor up, put a little hand throttle on there, and then that would turn the shaft. And I went from a 5 horsepower motor to a 14 horsepower and 2-stroke to 4-stroke, and I didn't have to spend $500 for a new motor or for a new boat motor. And then I'd had a good, nice boat motor. It wouldn't have looked all hillbillied up or anything like that. I mean, it would have looked good and proper and well designed and built. But when I was sitting there and I was cutting it, it bucked on me and it shot out. Well, the cord was wrapped on the corner right there around the back of my arm. And when it shot out, the cord caught and it spun back around, and then that's what caught me in between my fingers. I'm telling you what, it didn't hurt. I mean, it happened, and I looked at it, and I was like, ooh. I said, that's going to need stitches. And then I pulled it apart, and I could see the whole inside of the first knuckle. I could pull it apart to see the inside of that knuckle, and then I just missed the vein. And I was like, oh, my God, I'm going to have stitches. So I grabbed my hand, squeezed it real tight. It wasn't even bleeding very bad. I mean, just a little bit. Squeezed it like that, ran upstairs, and went to the kitchen, wrapped a dish towel around it out of the drawer. The wife was in the bathroom, was like, gotta go to the emergency room, gotta go to the emergency room. And I was like, check it out. Didn't hurt, didn't feel nothing. Went to the emergency room, everything was good, everything was cool. And he's like, all right, we gotta flush it out. And they got them great big, Mountain Dew bottles of this antibacterial stuff and flush. They went through 2 of those, and then it kicked in. Oh my God, I about passed out. It hurt so bad. So they came in, it's like, all right, do you want a shot? I said, well, yeah, I'll probably do for a tetanus shot. And he's like, no. You want a pain shot? Yeah, I'm about ready to pass out. So they give me the shot, and then they come in and numb the hand, and then they started flushing. I said, well, you didn't even have to give me that shot. You should have just numbed that, and then stitched it up, and I'd have been fine. I wouldn't even have to have the other shot. So, it happens, you know. But it hurt bad. I mean, it was pretty excruciating. It was pretty excruciating. By the way, Bee Blaster is some awesome stuff. I love my Bee Blaster. You got something old and you need to get it. Here, I'll tell you what the old hubcaps are good for. Put your parts down in there, and then you spray it down with brake cleaner and stuff, and it's a nice little container. Just the old Chevy caps. I've got an old Ford one around here somewhere too. But, all right, that goes under there. I'm getting ready to start putting the stuff in here. I just need to find where everything's at, so I'm not lost. I can grab everything. My bench is a mess. Y'all see my other bench. Oh, that was the other one. When the old lady got rear-ended in my Cadillac, the guy hit the boat in the back of the truck, and it bent my hitch. So I cut this off, and it's going to give me another plate for the press, because it's got the big hole in there, so if I'm pressing stuff out, and this is hardened steel, so that's what I said, always keep your scrap steel. You just never know. So now I've got an extra press. And this right here is a piece of a roll bar that I did when I put a cage in my S10. So we're going to clean the old weld pieces and stuff off of it, and we're going to use that as a push pin, and I need to get a brass one. So depending on what you're doing, you've got the tools. And then these are pins off of that boat trailer that I bought. They even kept the rollers, and then the pins go through so the center of your boat rolls on, but you never know when you need something like that. And then I use these for the push pins also on that. Don't buy if you don't have to. If you can make it or you improvise, that's your best. Oh, there's the collar pin. That's what I was looking for. If you can improvise, by all means, improvise. It'll save you a lot of time and money. I mean, I even keep the old boats and stuff. You just never know. All righty here. Let's catch up on some comments here. Lil, dropped you a like. Okay, was there always one to you? All right. Not bad. Most people wait 6 months. Yeah. When I went out there to pick it up, he's like, I don't understand how come yours came back so fast. I've got guys that applied for them 2 years ago, and they haven't gotten their stuff back yet. So, yeah. I'd be frustrated, dude. 2 years of waiting on your paperwork to come back. We went and saw the movie The Joker. I didn't put 2 and 2 together all throughout the movie. It says Gotham Bank, whatever. I didn't even think Batman nothing. Okay, it's just a name. It was a recognizable name. I never put 2 and 2 together. I'm not going to spoil it, but the last 20 minutes of it puts all of the Marvel comics and the whole Batman series. No shit. Yeah, the last 5 minutes of the movie. Good plot. The guy that played the Joker is the Prince in the Gladiator movies. The guy's got the hair lip stitch fixed, whatever. They did some good digital to make him look really skinny and bony and all that shit. But, dude, his performance in that movie was stellar. Great acting. I mean, the dude, it was awesome. He played the part perfectly. But I'd say go see it. It was a good movie. It was a good movie. No complaints. Would I see it again? No, I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't pay to see it again. If it came out on YouTube or, Saturday night sitting around with the family watching TVs, looking for a movie or whatever, I'd watch it again that way. But it was a good movie. I really liked it. That guy, man, I'm telling you, he played that part. I mean, he played it perfectly. I mean, it was a good movie. It really was. It was a good movie. All right. So, let's see what we got here. And we need to get together and start. All right, Mountain Dew break time. All right. We need to get the universals. Okay, these are the front drive shaft, or those are the front or rear axle. Let me grab the front ones. Now I got the ones that I can grease. The ones were in them were the original factory ones, and you weren't able to grease them. And since I'm going to replace them, oh, I need that. I need that. I need that. I need that. And we need these. Oh, I dropped it. Oh, bitch. You know what? Maybe I bought the wrong ones. Well, these are the right axles, but I don't think these are the greasable ones. I don't think these are the greasable ones. You know what? I need to blow all this off so I don't get dirt inside those. Give me a second here. I'm gonna make a mess. There we go. Now we got a clean working surface. I don't think these are the greasable ones. Nope. No, these are the front ones for the front axle. What was that? These are the non-greasable ones. I was kind of hoping maybe you can't. I don't think you can put the greasable ones in the front axle. I don't think there's enough room in there. But anyhow, the ball joints are greasable. So we're good there. All right, let's get the locks out. Now what I do is I keep my boxes. I'll keep my boxes and I'll mark them, the make, model, year. That way I'll stick them back in because I don't keep extra stuff like this on hand. But if I need it, instead of having to go down and track out on all the part numbers and everything, I just take a picture with my phone of the part number, go in there and say, hey, this is what I need. 5 seconds, you're in, you're out. You're not sitting there waiting on that 16-year-old who just started last week and doesn't know how to use the computer. You walk right in, you give him the part number, and it's done. Now, since I destroyed that bearing and I had to go buy a new one, I have an extra axle ring and seal. So we're going to be good there. But you know what? I'll leave that one in the pack and we'll use the other one. But I keep all my boxes and my part numbers and stuff. That way, like I said, if you need it, you walk right in, you give them the part number, you get it, you walk out, and it's done. Save you so much time. Now, I'm a big fan of LMC trucks. So if you got Dodge, Ford, Chevy, LMC, I mean, there was so much stuff that I bought through LMC. Here, I'll even show you this. I bought the very last one, and it's no longer in production. They're not going to make them anymore. It's these shelves. They make black, gray, and tan. And they were out of black, out of the gray, and I got the last tan one. And it's a shelf to put your stuff up and then your visor screw in. I didn't put the visors. But by the way, we do got the Jeep seats back in, heated and AC seats in my Chevy truck with Jeeps. So yeah, LMC, the wipers. I bought all new wiper arms and everything. it's so easy just to log on, find the part, put it in your file, and you walk right over and you click purchase, and 3 days later it's at your house. And me being gone, being a truck driver, it's so nice and so easy to have that convenience, and it's all right there, and you don't have to worry about nothing. It's so nice. Man, I do not remember how to do these. I don't remember. So make sure I don't mess the bearing up. Come on, baby. It's been so long. Since I've done this, I actually forget how to do it. Been so long, and you got to get them in just right. 'Cause if you don't, you mess those bearings up. This was the second tool I ever bought. And they're gonna miss them threads. Yeah. I'm telling you what, having a nice good vise on a solid bench. Now, this bench right here, if you see the holes in the corners, they had arms, and it had a big threaded rod that went into this pin, and what you did is you dropped the top deck all the way down, you'd ride your motorcycle up on it, strap it down, and then get your air gun and just, and it would raise the whole thing up, work on your motorcycles, and then just hit reverse and all the way down and then back it right off. But this is an old motorcycle bench, and I ended up cutting it and making it just a solid bench. I tell you, you gotta have a good steel bench. And the reason that I got this one, I didn't have my other big bench over there yet. Come on, going straight. There we go. I didn't have the other bench yet, and then when my mom and dad moved, I ended up getting my dad's bench that I grew up with. There we go. Gotta make sure it goes in straight, so make sure I don't get those in a bind. There's my baby. You got the puppy dogs with you?
Just Bandy coming. He don't like the heater.
Oh. By the way, we're live.
It's okay. It's all right.
What's up, Andy? He's not coming in. So, we're live on YouTube's, baby. Tell you what, I am going to turn the heat down a little bit.
It's not too bad right now.
I'm like burning up. Well, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end it right here. I'm going to go ahead and finish all this up, putting it back together. And then stay tuned. Follow me on Instagram, HCTIVAN. I'll take some pictures. I need to get this done. I've been chit-chatting the whole time and not really getting too much done. So I'm going to buck down, get all this done back together and out the door tonight. Like I said, send me a friend request on Beer 30 Killer, all one word, on PlayStation. And we'll do some Call of Duty tonight. So, Sal McGee, what's up, dude? Sleeping Ninjas, Girls and Guns, everybody else. Thanks for coming, hanging out here at my shop. I deeply appreciate all you guys' love and support and everything. Say goodbye, YouTube, baby.
Buckeyes, #1.
That's right.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye, guys. See y'all there. Thanks for watching.